Lancaster. Our Lancaster is a Mark 10.
Turn the streetlights off.
That denotes the Lancasters that were built in Canada. This particular aircraft is FM 159, and we've painted it in the colors of Ian Bazalgette, who is the only Albertan to have won the Victoria Cross. Our official 4-engine run will be September 21st. That will be the first time officially that we will be running 4 engines on FM 159. However, having said that, there is a possibility that you may get a sneak peek of 4 engines tonight. There's no guarantees, because with anything this old, you just never ever know what's going to happen. We have 4 guests in the Lancaster tonight. Up in the cockpit is Duke Daw. Duke has over 224 hours actually flying this aircraft, or flying in this aircraft. We also have from Edmonton, assigned to 408 Squadron, RCAF, the Tactical Helicopter Squadron out of CFB Edmonton. And I'll probably mispronounce these names, but we have Corporal O'Hagan, Corporal Houghton, and Corporal Sinborg. They are engine techs working on the Griffin helicopters. If you look in the back of the museum, you will see a CH-146 Griffin helicopter. They are the engine techs that work on that aircraft. In the dark, a few things to watch for. You'll be able to notice that there are no flame arresters on the exhaust ports, so you're going to see some nice blue flame coming out of there. We are also going to light up the propeller circles, so you should be able to see a nice yellow circle denoting the no walk zone, so that you don't accidentally walk into the propeller. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our Lancaster engine crew. Over the past years, they've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into making these engines run. And while we have had some success in getting engine number 1 to run, like I say, our official engine run will be September 21st. It's been 59 years since FM 159 has felt the throb of 4 engines. We need to make sure that everybody moves behind the yellow lines. We cannot start the engine up if we have people in front of those yellow lines. Last thing we want to do is pick up something that comes flying across and hits somebody. That wouldn't turn out well. And tomorrow, starting off our day, is our pancake breakfast. That's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's being put on by the Nanton Lions, and it will be down over at the community center. We will have another engine run at 11:30. Our day's program begins at 1 p.m. and we will have a fly pass in the afternoon at 2:45. Again, we need to keep moving people back just to make sure that everybody's got enough room here.
Rob's wife. And there was a few of us. 7 on the bike.
Longview, chain link, 533
And if you take a look to the east, I'd like to call everyone's attention to the east. You're going to notice a big red fire truck over there. That is our Nanton Volunteer Fire Department.
I ran into a few. Going into Langdon, I was shaking the bike to shake everything in the bottom of the tank.
They come out day or night to help us make sure that our Lancasters run safely. So I want to recognize our volunteer fire department for everything that they do for us.
Tonight I'm going to fuel up full tank, so we'll get a full tank for tomorrow morning. We're going to be at Crossfire Mill at 6 o'clock. And don't park fast road. There's too much traffic.
Oh yeah, no.
And we're sitting at 9:25, so we're going to be getting this engine run underway very shortly.
Park around there.
I'm about to make a countries. Lancaster in the world with taxable. This is the only but they told us this is the first time we have all the right when is that happening and how do I get involved?
Followed the engine run-up by the Lancaster, we will be having the engine run-up of the Bristol Hercules. Of course, the Bristol Hercules powered Lancasters, Halifaxes, and several other Bomber Command aircraft. When we're running it, you're going to see just a little bit of smoke. Okay, a whole bunch of smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to hear something that sounds kind of like a Harley on steroids.
That's why all the bikers are here. Cheers!
Earplugs, fingers in the ears, or if you just like loud music, you're going to hear basically the symphony of the Lancaster and the rock and roll of the Bristol Hercules. And tonight, something we haven't been able to make work for a little while is you hopefully will be able to hear the cockpit chatter as they're getting ready to do their engine run-up. We had this working about a year ago, and then something happened, and we haven't had it working since. So tonight, hopefully you'll wind up with 2 sneak peeks. And again, while we're waiting here for everything to get connected up, I'd like to remind everybody that this weekend is the Salute to the Royal Canadian Legions. It is their 75th anniversary, and of course the Legion is made up of folks who have served in the military. And they're out there keeping the peace, or they're out there fighting wars on our behalf so that we may live in a free country. So take for a moment right now just to remember or to thank the veterans who may be standing beside you. And of course, by default, anybody who belongs to the Legion means that you came home. But a lot of your brothers didn't. And on the wall behind you is 10,000 names, 10,659 names of boys who went to war with Bomber Command and did not come home. So as we're running the engines tonight, we're going to dedicate this engine run to our Legion brothers and those who did not come home.
That's a good spot right there.
Go ahead.
Scramble up plates.
Ground plate on. Master switch on. Center field switch on. Low breakers on. Starboard dual pump selection on. Number 2, pump on. Number 3, prime. Ready when you are, pilot. Want to prime them all now or no? I'll do it as you started with the squadron. Push coil on. Switches on. Throttle set. Ready for start. Rotate 3. Number 3.
And so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The first time in 59 years that FM 159 has been back up on night ops. And what you have just witnessed is the fact that FM 159 is now one of 4 Lancasters in the world that have 4 running engines. And you might ask, what is the next thing for Bomber Command Museum of Canada and FM 159?
Flying!
Well, you've got to learn how to walk before you can fly, or something like that. So the next thing that we'll be doing is bringing FM 159 up to taxiable state so that we'll actually be able to move her. And of course, you'll notice that our runway is relatively short. So it's going to be a very abbreviated taxi, which brings us to our next expansion that we're looking at. We're looking at developing a taxiway just to the north of the museum so that we'll actually be able to take FM 159 for a proper jaunt. And along with that comes a 33,000 foot hangar, but you know. And again, tonight's run was dedicated to our Royal Canadian Legion members. And of course, those 10,659 names on the wall. The museum will be awarding a 1-year membership to each member of the Legion who's a card-carrying member. So tomorrow, if you bring your card in, show that you're a member of the Legion, we'll be giving you a year's worth of membership. Year and a half, because you got the rest of this year and all of next year, so.
Wasn't that something, Mark? Oh, yeah.
All right, now we get ready for the Bristol Hercules. It's loud, it's noisy, which is kind of the same thing. We've never done a night run on the Bristol Hercules, so you're going to be witnessing something that even we haven't seen yet. I would imagine it's going to be belching fire, and I know it's going to have a little bit of smoke.
Cedric, I will tap for you.
There we go. I gotta.
Got it all, Carl?
Kind of trying to do it without.
And while we're rating, let's give a round of applause to the Lancaster engine crew. We are trying to get together as many past volunteers